How's it going, everyone? pitmarthroy here, and welcome back to Stardew Valley here on Fantasy Farm. The spirits are in good humor today. What's living off the land god? It's not really anything important by this point, but you never know. It's a couple of fish you can only find in the winter: squid and lingcod. Squid can be caught from the ocean in the evening. Lingcod can be found in fresh water all day. Of course, there's rumors of an extremely rare and unique fish that can only be found in particular seasons, but I don't have any information on them. Well, that's not very helpful at all. But oh well. Regardless, on and on we go. That is not what I meant to do. Let's see. Of these, probably iron, I would think. No one's got a birthday today. In fact, I believe the next one is Harvey's on the 14th of winter, so we still got a ways to go there. We did just get another rabbit's foot, though, so we'll be able to complete that quest, and that's good. That'll be one thing I make sure to do today. But as for what our plans are for the day, admittedly, I'm not really set in stone on anything, truthfully. This might be a sort of play it by ear day and see what we need to do. Though I will say there's a good chance this will be more of a money-making day for this first day, simply because I do want to try to get to 25, if not more than 25, so that I will be able to get the next upgrade for Iridium, which will likely be for the watering can. In fact, I'm actually gonna, grab some of these, I think, and go ahead and sell them. I'm gonna hang on to that rabbit's foot, of course. Oops. And I'm gonna keep... Until I basically run out of time, I'm gonna keep the influx of powder melons going. I know they're not worth a ton. They're far from the best crop to grow. But I mean, if you've got the sprinklers there and all you have to do is just plant them once and water them once, and then you get profit X amount of days later, you might as well. Also, since we will have to repair the boat at some point, don't forget to keep that hardwood, because you're going to need it now. I'm going to go ahead and eat this, just so it's out of my toolbar. And off-screen, I did do some research on that last fish that was on the collection screen. This one right here. We actually can get that. That is available in all seasons. You do have to have a high fishing level. I was correct about that. However, it is entirely doable. I'm just going to put these here, I suppose. Up. I'll sell the mahogany seed, why not? And then we'll take a look at that secret note, which says a bunch of letters. That's very helpful, isn't it? Yes. Well, I do know what that one leads to. Oops, that's not the right button. That's supposed to be at the end of the episode. That should be number 19. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what that is. So let's do both of those secret notes. We're still waiting on the vegetables. We can't do anything about that yet. In Mayor Shorts, I want to keep that one incomplete for the time being, so we're good on those. Let's take a look very quickly at social. Demetrius, Maru. Well, we don't need to do Maru's stuff anymore. Sebastian should be higher, yeah. So Sebastian and Demetrius are the only two in that top area I need to do, but I can't do anything there right now. So we could work with George, Alex, and Evelyn. Alex is a bit hard to get anything for his love list. For George, Leek is a good choice. For Evelyn, you can basically do any sort of gem, but like a diamond is a good one. For Alex, a simple one on his like list is just an egg of any type. He has weird ones like complete breakfast, like stuff that's harder to do, so I'm kind of okay with if we don't give him something on his love list. So we'll swing by there and kind of just poke around and see what we can find. I do want to make today kind of a money-making day, so we might be doing a fair bit of fishing. But we'll see what happens. I do believe I can do more of these kegs as well. But I'm going to be heading back through the farm anyway, so I'll come back with those later. And I do want to sell off that sword, as I've got no use for it. Hey, Pam. Alright, you beat me fair and square at the fishing event, kid. Maybe my problem was using the beer-battered mushroom as bait. Oh, Pam, you and your alcoholism. What a funny thing to joke about, except not at all. The bookseller will also be there tomorrow. Someone bring me winter root. I can't get enough of them, Sebastian. Ooh, that's for a ticket, and also we are trying to level up Sebastian's friendship. Stop telling me how to live my life. Hey, cut it out. We're letting you live here free of charge until you finish school. It seems like you don't appreciate that at all. Stop trying to make me feel guilty. I appreciate that you and Dad are helping me out, but expecting me to dress the way you want is ridiculous. I'm not a little girl anymore, Mom. You're right, I'm sorry. Is someone there? Run! Run! I swear this house is haunted. Yeah, Abigail is in the right there, though. It's like, yeah, you're not under obligation to, like, keep a kid there for university or whatever. Gonna surprise Caroline tonight with dinner and a bottle of Stardew Red. Don't tell anyone. Nice. What did I come in here for? I don't think there was any particular reason I came in here. That's... Oh well, not important. But it's yeah, they're not obligated to keep her there while she's working on her university studies, the same way that she's not obligated to dress how they want. Hey Evelyn, how's it going? Delta, you wondering what that good smell is? Why that's why that's nice of you to say. I'm actually baking my famous cookies. Here, why don't you try one? And I believe you do get the energy for those. Well, what do you think? It's delicious. That's just mean to say. I don't care if it did taste like a hockey puck. You're gonna swallow your pride or ego or whatever. I think I've come to know you well enough to give you my recipe. Just sure you keep it a secret. Learned how to make cookies. Evelyn, you are far too good for this world. Here. You made an old lady very happy. It's lovely to have the old community center, Mac. We have so many memories from that old days. It's a special place. Hey, George. How's it going, man? I may say on a touch, but when you've been around for as long as I have, you learn a thing or two about the ways of life. It's called wisdom. Young people don't understand the big picture. How could they? Yeah, you're right about that. Alex, are you in here? No, he's not. He must have already taken off somewhere. I think on Thursdays he goes up to the spa. He's got a bit of a schedule I don't know all that well as well. So, not much we can do there. Let's see. I did say I want to do the quests, so let's do the quest. We'll start with 19, which is this one here, which is when you stand in front of someone's house and move around, you can find the answer to a solution, as it were. And I'm going to make sure I'm doing the right one real quick, so I will be right back. Alright, we are back. Sorry about that random cut. I was having difficulty finding the actual solution here in terms of, like, where I needed to click or be. So the idea is to go down until you're facing Lewis's, or like you're pressed up against Lewis's house, go left until you can't anymore, and then click down or to the left slightly. And that will give you Solid Gold Lewis, Mayor's Secret Project. Yeah, the whole thing about Lewis being a dick that I mentioned in the last episode, this was part of the reason why. This is what the taxes for the town are being used for. It's why the town's fallen into disarray, is because they're not actually used for projects. It's for Mayor Lewis's own personal gain. So yeah, that's kind of why he's not super well regarded. The second one that we've got thus far, number 20, starting with this one. This one you're basically going to move around until you get to this side of the truck here, and you can interact with it, and it says that there's a driver in the truck. Hey kid, I need a lucky break. Why don't you bring me a rabbit's foot? I'll make it worth your while. And sure enough, he trades you the rabbit's foot for a special charm. You feel an aura of good fortune surrounding you. Luck is permanently increased. This truck will be here whether Jojo Mart is closed or not, whether you went the opposite route or whatever, and this is just an item that you have in your special powers and items. So you just have it here. You're good to go on that front. So yeah, that will permanently increase your luck. Pretty good object to have right there. I think I already talked to you, Abigail. Ugh. Sorry, I was fighting with my mom earlier. Yeah, we heard. Sorry you can't hear me from here. Alright, so really the last thing I want to do today... Oh, actually, no, there's two things I want to do today. First, I need to check the crab pots. And I probably will have to restock if I don't find the last item I need. We'll see. A little bit of luck would be nice. A little bit of good luck, rather. Nope, no luck. give that another go in a bit. I think for Alex at this point, like, if I run into him, great. If not, it's fine. I really don't care. The other thing I wanted to do is, I did mention this and say he wasn't just saying this, it's actually true, is I do want to show off in the saloon. Gus said that for a while he was going to be having crab cakes because of all the crab as a temporary thing here. So if you are looking for buying these, you can get them here for a pretty cheap price, all things considered. I don't really want to spend a lot of money right now, but yeah, if you want these, they are absolutely there. I am going to grab some coffee, though, while I'm here. Hey, Sam. My dad is in the military fighting against the Godora Empire. That's why he's not here. He's coming back soon, though. Yep, that's true. He is coming back soon. Actually, since you're here, have a pizza. Oh, yeah, pizza time. And because I'm feeling nice, I know you're not supposed to drink on the job as a bartender. But I like you, Gus. Hey, it looks like you could use a beverage. Nah, I'm good. Alright, how are we doing with Gus? Yeah, we got a pretty good rapport built up with him. Speaking of Sam... Hey, what do you think you're doing? That's private property. Sam! I'm sorry, sir. But he was doing a sick flip. These youth these days, sometimes I wonder if this town isn't doomed. Yeah, because of your personal solid gold statue, BS. You saw what happened, Delta. What do you have to say about this? I'm staying out of this. No. You're right, sir. Sam should respect private property. Don't blame Sam. There's nowhere else for him to ride, or I'm staying out of this. I'm pretty sure this is a Sam event, so I'm going to go ahead and just go with don't blame Sam. I also like Sam more than Lewis. Exactly. If there was a park in town, I could ride there and everyone would be happy. I thought you were more mature than this, Delta. Nope, I'm really not. Sam, I'm sorry I yelled at you. Could you please just try not to damage anything in the future? Well, you didn't damage anything. Yes, sir. Do you see that trick, though? That was rad. Heck yeah, it was. I got you, fam. I got you. Yeah, I'll leave Shane alone for now. Alright, so that additional fish that we can catch, and we can finish the tiny second page here, so that we'll only have what's left on this. The place where you can get this is at the waterfalls that are over by where the hat mouse is that we have not talked to pretty much the entire game. There's a couple spots you can stand, and I'll point those out. Oh, there's a panning spot there. But yes, it's at the waterfalls at basically the very south border of the forest. Also, a sardine frenzy has begun at the beach. So yeah, this is one section, and this spot over here is the other section. You can get it in either. I'm actually going to go over to the other side, just to give you an idea of where it is on this side, next to the hat mouse. We could also potentially see what we've unlocked, because we've gotten some achievements as we've gone on. So there are more options for hats now. Good old cap, lucky bow, cool cap, butterfly bow, mouse ears, tiara, Santa hat, earmuffs, tropic clip that you can barely see, daisy, sou'wester, which I think is supposed to be southwestern, or southwestern, I don't know. Official cap, watermelon band, blue bonnet, polka bow, cowgirl hat, sports cap, straw hat, sailor's cap, blue ribbon, governor's hat. You could buy any of those and wear them. I'm not too terribly interested, though. So yes, you can stand here. You can also angle your shot to the right, like this. I don't think you have to do that part, but you do have to have a high enough fishing level to be able to reach down here. It's not a guarantee that you'll get one immediately, so just be warned, it won't necessarily come on your first cast. Like so. Really quickly, I'm going to check to make absolutely sure you can get it at any time of day. Alright, we are back, and the answer is yes. Any time, any day, any weather. I'm just going to poke around here. Having the lure fittingly enough that I have equipped, the chance to get the rare fish does increase the likelihood that you'll pick it up. I believe it's 15% is what it said. I'm not sure how accurate that is. But it said it's 15% without the lure, and with the lure it's about 30, 33, somewhere in there. But, you know, To me, odds are simply that. They don't guarantee anything. I've played enough Fire Emblem, and if you've watched my channel for long enough, you know that odds don't really mean squat in Fire Emblem. If it's lower than 90%, I'm like, oh, so it probably won't connect, right? So yeah, we'll just fish down here, see what we can find, and might just end up spending the rest of the day down here, whether I get the fish in question or not. And there it is, the goby. Some types of gobies can climb up waterfalls. Obviously don't eat it, because it's not good for your energy there. But yes, this is apparently a fish that likes to hang around the waterfalls. It's the only one like this as well. This was one that was added in a semi-recent update, along with some of the other fish in an area we have not been to yet. Which is why it's at the end of that list and not kind of tucked away with the rest of the fish. I didn't want to do that. And actually, you know, I think I probably will go ahead and move to my usual spot where I'm getting all of the iridium quality ones, I think. Just because you might as well. Ooh, well, actually, it's going to increase the speed, so I'll deal with this temporarily. Plus, there are some things we can fish up from treasures still that I would like to get, so... Oh, ornamental fan. We have not donated that, and the Jewels of the Sea, I can hang on to that. A pirate coming in handy for the chance to find more treasure chests. There does come a certain point where the treasure chest is more important than the fish. Particularly once you've caught all the fish. It's like, yeah, the fish are good for money, but, like, at that point you're not fishing for money. That you'd probably just as soon do farming for the money or something else. And fishing would be not nearly as profitable as it once was. Curious as to what this is, though. Oh, link cod. The last one I caught of those was definitely not that feisty. I might have to go back and drop some of this stuff off because I am running out of inventory space. I have to start throwing away some of the trash items. If the bubbles continue to stay there. Tackle's worn out, but that's okay. We can always fix that in a little bit. And personally, I don't feel like the tackle's nearly as important as the bait itself is. Like, for the legendary fish, yeah, probably more important to get, like, the ones of, oh, once it's out of your bite radius, it doesn't decrease as quickly, but otherwise, it's not too big a deal. Plus, the faster bites and catches does mean we get more experience out of this. Even though it doesn't matter what we get the experience in, we do want to get those masteries taken care of. I don't expect by any stretch of the imagination to get those done by the end of winter. There's no way. The fact that we got them all done before the first year was over is already enough of a win in my eyes. I guess this. Those bubbles are still there. They usually would have long since disappeared by this point. It's based on a chance, like, after X amount of time goes by, there's a percentage chance that they disappear, and that percentage just keeps increasing, but it just has not. actually triggered, like, yeah, get rid of the bubbles yet. They're still there. And keep giving me those treasure chests, because remember, you get more out of getting the treasure chest and not getting a perfect than you do missing the treasure chest but getting a perfect. I guess that. And this. Dude, this is insane. I would have expected it to have been gone like 2 minutes ago. Because, I mean, there's still always a chance it'll stay alive like this, but this is pretty rare. The thing is, I don't know if it's in-game time, and so it's getting paused each time I'm getting a catch, or I'm in the menu deciding what I want to throw away, or if it's real-time. If it's real-time, this is baffling that it's still letting this go on. But it's still letting it happen. I think I'm going to run out of energy before it disappears at this point. What do we got now? That I'm okay with throwing away. There's only one thing left that we'll need the geodes for in terms of the museum. And after that, I don't think they have as much of a purpose. It would be more like you'd break them open for 25 in hopes for something that you could sell back for more money. So they're not going to be as vital. The Omni Geodes you can trade in at the desert thing. So they'll be valuable as geodes, but the regular one's not really that much. Earth crystal. I guess more useful than that. Also, I didn't even realize until just now that there was some soggy newspaper there. So that will be the next thing to go if I have to give something else up. Well, I did say I wanted to make money and that there was a good chance I'd be doing a lot of fishing, and I wasn't lying about that. I haven't been paying attention to how many perch and lingcod I've caught total, but it's got to be over 10 by this point. Like, I'm going to have to actually eat some energy food here. I'm running out of energy from all the casts. There's a pike. We don't see many of those. Yeah, there's 9 right there just between those two alone. Alright, that's obviously going. Because this wasn't the frenzy either. The frenzy, you'll actually see whatever fish it tells you. It'll be jumping out of the water at that location. And that frenzy's probably also long gone by this point. That's just regular bait. I'm okay with giving that up. It's a frenzy in its own right here. Tell you what, I've never seen it do this before. Like, we might run out of bait at this point. Because I know I had about 30 left, but we're probably running kind of low at this point. I know the tackle wore out, but the bait might be wearing out as well. It's just copper ore. We'll hang on to that. I'm okay with giving that up. And there we go. It finally went away. Well, I appreciate the lack of, or the very high amount of fortune there. I was going to say the lack of bad will, but that doesn't make much sense. And the geode, I'm okay with giving up. Wow, that was insane. I've never seen it do something like that before. Oh, we're gonna have a good bit. Like, how much was that there? Let's see. 1, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna be keeping those. 6, 7, 8. That's 14, 18, 23, 26, 29. Almost 30 fish, and I bet there's probably, yeah, only 4 pieces of bait left. That is unreal. We'll be doing more fishing tomorrow as well. Yeah, there's no space. We'll be doing more fishing at tomorrow as well, though, because we'll, Oh, these! Yeah, that's right. I'll show off the books in a second. First, we gotta put all this stuff away. Don't need that. Sell one and keep one. Grab these books, which we will go over momentarily. It's too late to sell that. The Lewis statue, there's a thing you can do with it. I'm going to wait for the time being, and I'm just going to stick it in here. So we're not going to worry about it. That's not the right one. This is where I want to put you. I'll hang on to the fan as well, and I will put the egg back for now. So yes, the books that I said hang on to them because you never know when you might need them at a later date. And I might have some in here. I'm actually needing to double check to make sure. The reason you would want to hang on to the books for later, I don't see any here either, is that you might want them for the experience once you're starting to do the mastery side quest. Wow, that already upped by quite a bit. But yes, because the mastery counts for regardless of what set you buy here, if you read these books, you do get experience for this. And it does not matter which book it is. You will get experience regardless. So now's the point where you can start turning in those books and actually getting something out of it. Whereas before, you kind of weren't really getting too terribly much. So yes, that is the purpose I recommend keeping them for. Is not for gifting them to people, but for once you start doing the mastery stuff, this is basically getting additional experience on top of what you were already doing with, you know, fishing or wherever you found the object. Is you can get more on top of it. So yes, that is what I recommend personally that you do with them. I think I'm only going to cast a couple times here. In fact, I might just cast the once and then go back. I might be able to get 2. Once it hits 1, I'll probably run back to the house, I think. I probably will swap out for the wild bait since the squid tournament's tomorrow, and you can catch double using that, so it would make it a little bit easier on that front. Let's see if we can get one more out of this before it hits 1 o'clock. Yeah, that'll do. Another river jelly. We'll take it. Hey, Leah. Sorry, I don't really have time to say hi. Yeah, I think we'll be making a fair bit from the fact that we just sold over 30 fish, basically. Or sold about at 30 fish. Since I kept a few, but we just picked up a few as well. Alright, let's have a look here. Yeah, we did a fair bit of farming, too. Well, we didn't actually make that much fishing. But we definitely did deposit a lot of fish. That's for sure. Yeah, I got about 11,000. Yeah, the dried common mushrooms are pretty good when you throw a few of them in there. You can make a couple thousand. So yeah, not a horrible amount. We'll take it. When we like really hit the big numbers, you'll see when those come up. But the bookseller is in town today. Yes, they certainly are. Spirits are somewhat annoyed today. SquidFest has begun. And also the traveling merchant as well will be in town today. So we certainly don't want to forget that. Delta, I am researching the forgotten art of a shadow divination. I require an item known as Void Essence. Bring it to me and you'll be rewarded. M. Rasmodius, Wizard. We can do that. We got plenty of those. I'll go ahead and hang on to that. We'll try to go past Alex, Evelyn, and George's again. And see if we can't give them another diamond, leek, and egg. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think the goat has anything for the time being. That won't have anything. I don't think these are ready yet. I think they need one more day. Yeah, it looks like they need one more. But the carrots, however, look like they are ready to go. And only one of them is not a 5-star. A dark reagent. Wizard wants you to descend to the mines and fetch him a Void Essence. He needs it for some kind of dark magic. What I was looking for, though, was this. So I'm going to toss this back in, since it's not a gold star one. I'm just going to replant it. I sure enough am. So we'll give it another go and see what happens. So we'll put our sell items down here. This is the other reason I want to keep cutting these down, is now you're getting potentially the secret notes. You're potentially, if you don't have it yet, getting hardwood for building up the boat. And on top of that, you're now getting experience for these again, after you haven't been for a while, if you've already maxed out your foraging. And breaking the stumps is one of the better ways to get experience through foraging. I don't know what the fastest way to do it is. You're probably best off just looking that up. But I mean, if you're going to go ahead and just do something that's got multiple purposes, you might as well. We already have the hand axe. Alright. Nothing here looks too terribly important. Ooh, that's kind of a cool looking chair. I'm taking that. Yeah, I don't really need the rare seed anymore. The pickles I could give to Harvey. That is a love of his, but the coffee works just as well. So I'm okay without doing that. Oh, right. Wizard. Almost forgot. Well, not almost. I straight up did forget. Luckily, I caught it before I went too far away. Ideally, I would have actually brought him 2. I would have brought him 1 to gift and then 1 for the quest, but that's alright. We're already here, and I'm not going to hike all the way back and then here again and then back again. We'll just give him the 1. Here you go. Ah, you brought it, and you've earned my gratitude and 100G reward. Now go. Alrighty, I will head off. We're almost there. Yeah, I've not forgotten that it is SquidFest. I do need to head back up. I'll drop off these 3 items. Actually, I'll just put these all right here. I'll drop off the carrots, the stuff for Alex, Evelyn, and George. Community center, or not community center, museum. It will never be the community center anymore. It's weird to think that, but yeah, it won't. And then we'll do the SquidFest. SquidFest just makes me think Splatoon. That's all it will ever make me think of. Nope, these are done as well. I'll take those. Don't need that. Don't need that. Those can all go. That can go. Yeah, we could go get the trash can. We're not... Yeah, we're by that because of the museum, so sure. My fear is inevitably because I'm thinking of how much I can do at once, I'm going to miss something. That's for the 3 of them. Carrots are for Pierre's. Museum. There we go. You can right-click chairs to, while you're trying to place them, to rotate them around as you want. Yeah, that's also the other thing. I could go and try to sell that sword. But that's not going to be open until 2 o'clock anyway, so I'm okay with just holding it for now. Nowadays, thankfully, you can actually genuinely say, it's only 1 inventory slot. It's not that big a deal. If I wasn't so busy, I'd help you dig around in that cave by the lake. But there's some powerful crystals inside there. Yeah, there are. So yeah, for Pierre's side quest, you just need to drop these off over here. And there you go. 5th of the way there. Let's see who's inside today. I'm thinking maybe I've been a little bit of a grouch. You used to think no one cared about us, folks. I'm willing to bet Alex probably will not be here. Nope. It's kind of uncommon to see him here during the winter, if I remember correctly. Alright, that's all of that. So now we do Museum and Clint. Might as well do this first on the very small chance that Magma Geode's got the last piece we need. And he's not here, so that's kind of a bummer. Alright, so we'll just do the museum donation then. Put these down here. Actually, I'm going to move them way over here. Hi, I'm here to donate another thing. How are we doing on the other half of that? The artifacts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Yeah, we're still got a ways to go on those. So there are 12 pieces missing, then those 11, and then the 1 missing gemstone. Ah, that was what I forgot. I forgot to get more bait. I probably should go and do that. Yeah, I think I am going to go ahead and do that. Why are you digging in the trash? Oh, you know, reasons. If it was any other Friday, I'd just say, like, oh, I'll just swing by the bar and give everyone, like, a beer or pizza, depending on what they like, and that would be a good way to bump that up. But since it's the fishing tournament today, it kind of means I need to, you know, actually focus on that, despite the fact I am clearly not doing that right now. That's nice. Let's do this instead. Okay. That can go in here. No, wait, that is the correct one. Wild bait. Dressed spinner. Because let's face it, 13 bait plus what I've got on there right now is probably not going to be enough. And we'll go ahead and throw both of these back, I guess. Might as well do everything else while we're here, right? Kind of already committed to it now. That way, at least for the following day, like, my inventory is going to be clean of all the stuff that I don't really care that much about. Oh yeah, didn't Sebastian say he wanted... Yes, a winter root. I need to do that too. Here. Yeah, okay, maybe I do just ignore the squid thing for the day if I can't find Sebastian. He probably is still home. I doubt he's gone to the bar quite that early. it's days like this where I'm just like, this is just like ADHD brain worst nightmare for them of just something is constantly interrupting what you're trying to do. Oh, well, we're speaking of getting distracted. It's about to happen again. Hey, Delta. Hey, man. Sam and I were about to play Solarian Chronicles, the game. Why don't you join us? It's better with 3 players anyway. Take a drink and prepare myself. Today we'll take us into the Necromancer's Tower to try and reclaim the Solarian staff from the clutches of Dreadlord Zarth. Ready to choose your character? Warrior, I like a direct approach. Healer, I prefer to help others. Wizard, a sharp mind is the most powerful blade of all. There's no wrong answer to any of these, and it does go through like a full scenario, so just, if you want to know how to get the best ending, just figure out what path you're going to take. I'm just going to go with Healer, because I actually think I remember the path for Healer. Sebastian will gravitate towards Wizard, and Sam will gravitate towards Warrior. But obviously, if you take either of theirs, they'll switch to a different role. The king has entrusted you and your companions with recovering the Solarian Staff, a task which, if completed successfully, will ensure your place in the Hall of Legends, as well as a sizable fortune of gold and silver. After a long month journeying across unforgiving lands, you step out into a precipice to see your destination looming in the distance. There, beyond a moonlit plain, lies the Necromancer's Tower, where Dreadlord Zarth usurps the power of the stolen Solarian Staff for his vile purposes. The tower lies before you. Go in the front, fortune favors the bold, or search for a back entrance. Let's remain hidden. Go in the front, fortune favors the bold. A skeleton guards the hallway before you. It looks dangerous. What do? Fight the skeleton or run away? Fight the skeleton. The skeleton lunges forward. Raise your shields. You successfully block the attack. The skeleton stumbles backward, giving you enough time to strike out and slay the foul creature. You continue down the hallway, taking care not to step on the skeleton's remains. You find yourself in a sewer-like corridor. To your left, a hallway glows with a peculiar green light. To your right, a staircase leads up into the dark. What do? Enter the hallway to your left. You're in a room. On your left is a ladder. On your right, 3 prisoners are floating in strange glowing capsules. They appear to be in the process of some kind of transformation. Could this be some sick experiment of the Dreadlords? What do? Leave as quickly as possible or destroy the capsules? Destroy the capsules. After putting these poor souls to rest, you and your companions climb the ladder. You've come to a door at the end of a hallway. The time has come to face Dreadlord Zarth. Intruders, how dare you trespass in my private chambers? Ah, so you've come for the Solarian Staff. Heh, fools, you'll make a nice addition to my skeleton army. Dreadlord Zarth cast Shadow Beam. You are able to dodge the spell, but your companions are gravely injured. What do? Heal the warrior, Sam. Heal the wizard, Sebastian. Heal the wizard. This is a Sebastian event, after all. Thanks, Delta. Sebastian casts Pure Bolt. A beam of white light hits Zarth square in the face. The Dreadlord shrieks and crumbles into dust. You pick up the Solarian Staff and hold it high. Order has been restored to the world. You finish this scenario with an A rating. And yep, I did that all from memory. For once, my memory is actually good, because I've played this scenario a lot. So I do remember how to do it. Hey, not bad. It took me like 3 or 4 tries to beat my first scenario. Yeah, I think you can get A, B, C, or D for your ending in terms of like whether it's, you know, good, okay, bad, or horrible. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you later. And here you go, as requested. Oh, I can't give it to him. No, it won't let me give it to him. Oh, it's because it's the wrong item, that's why. Well, I can probably grab a winter root really quickly. There we go, done. Hey, thanks for the help. This is just what I wanted. Cool. Prize ticket, some friendship points with Sebastian, and a little bit of money, just to top it all off. We're doing a good job at, like, these little small cleanup things, but unfortunately this is just a very unfortunate luck day for this to be happening is on a day where the fishing tournament is going on. I'm not that worried about the bookseller right now because, again, money's not tight like it used to be, nowhere close to how it used to be. But there are better things to be spending that money on. And there we go, we've got another dehydrator, which, if I had taken the bat cave, that would have been very helpful to get right now. But since I chose the mushroom cave, I'm not too terribly fussed about that. But I'll take it. In the meanwhile, that thing we were supposed to be doing ages ago, we should probably do that. Hello. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just here for the bulk squid prices. Fair enough. Ah, that's right, these are here too. Over here. Oh, dude, you're in my spot, man. I'm the person that's supposed to be fishing out behind the rock over here. Well, this will give us a free slot in a second, because this is the last piece of bait. And this probably isn't a squid, because it's not struggling like one would. Ooh, Jules the Sea, nice. Another spinner, that's good. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with just moving this out pretty good. Wild baits. Go a little bit farther down, but not too much. But now we can actually focus on what we're supposed to be doing since, like, 8 hours ago in game. It's not the end of the world, because if I remember correctly, much like the Trout Derby, it's not that big of a deal, the rewards aren't anything, like, monumental of, oh, if you miss out on this, like, you're just doomed, there's nothing you can do. Almost everything is either not that important, or it's, vanity items. There's another word I'm looking for, but the Terraria brain kicked in, so I'll just say vanity items. You know, it's not going to help your game with, like, an upgrade or anything like that. So yeah, we'll just keep rocking and rolling here until basically, we get to the end of the day. And I'll, if I've got space, I'll cash in my prizes. I mean, even if I don't, I should cash in the prizes because they don't carry over. So yeah, you can't, like, catch 5 of them and be like, oh, I'll just bank those for tomorrow. You do have to turn them in today or else it's not going to give you a reward for it. Which is kind of poopy, but what are you going to do? So for now, we can kind of just chill with some fishing, which is one of the good parts about Stardew. I know there's a lot of jokes, like, oh, the time management's such a big crunch that it's hardly even a game where you can just chill and relax. It's like, no, there's moments like this, even if you are focusing on the time crunch. Like, you're just kind of sitting there waiting, you know, you can prep for all you want, you can get the ideal tackle and bait and all that, but even then, you're just kind of having to sit there and wait for the game to decide, no, you got a bite, now you can go ahead and start reeling it in. And it's just simple as clicking the mouse, you don't have to have both hands on your keyboard. You can grab a nice, refreshing drink if need be. You can grab the wrong drink if need be. That's my backup for finish the first one. There we go. I need to start using that water bottle that I got at the convention. I'm gonna take a picture of that after I'm done here just to show it off because it looks really cool. Or maybe even take a video of it. They were only selling for a single day, and I believe that's probably because they were running out of inventory, but I think they were planning on only selling for a day to begin with. But regardless, they had a lot of really cool stuff. I got one of my friends, well, you've probably seen Harmless Guy on the channel, but I got his wife a flask that had a really cool wolf logo icon on it, and I've got a water bottle that has, I believe, the same one, but they're pretty cool looking, so. Even if the flask never gets used, it's a cool design. And I knew going into the convention, I was like, I'm going to be spending a fair bit of money, specifically on, like, vendor salt dealers and whatever you want to call it. But it was worth it, it was a lot of fun. And I probably wouldn't spend, like, quite as much next year, but now it's like, oh, because, you know, like, the things, oh, I want to get some, like, additional lanyards, so I don't have just one lanyard. It's like, well, now I have those, I don't really need to get more, unless I find one that really catches my eye, I don't need to have, like, another 3 or 4 or whatever. So I said I'd use up my last piece of bait, so let's rectify that. See, I don't even know what I'd be looking for next year. I do need to, like, clean out my shirts and stuff. I did get, like, a couple shirts and things, but yeah, it's probably high time I just, like, clear out some shirts that I have not been using. That might be a project I do after this, actually. I've got one I do need to throw away. It doesn't have, like, a giant hole in it, but it does have, like, one around, like, on the chest, enough where it's, like, I don't even know, like, size of your, like, pinky fingernail, which doesn't sound like a lot until you think about it, for, like, a hole in a shirt. It's like, oh, actually, that's a decent-sized hole. So I probably do need to throw that out. I just need to get rid of some ones that I just am not wearing. I'm very picky about shirts, primarily color. There's just some colors I just do not like to wear. I don't like the brighter colors. I'm not somebody that wears only black shirts, but like black, purple, blue, certain shades of green, certain shades of gray would like primarily be the colors that I wear. I don't wear. I think I have a single red shirt. I don't think I have any orange shirts. I definitely don't have any yellow shirts. So I prefer the darker and cooler colors, which are primarily the cooler colors. Like I have a couple light blue shirts as well. Get that. I do want this to get the experience. I'll give it the geo for that. We're over halfway to that first mastery level. And who knows, we might actually be seeing a fair bit more tomorrow as well, because I'm going to come back here and fish again, and not get distracted by everything, because no one's got a birthday, and I've done a fair bit of 15 items. Again, we're going for a quantity over quality thing here for the fishing derby. So hopefully between bait, tackle, and the bubbles, we can get pretty fast catches here. You got deluxe bait. That is a good option. We'll grab that. I don't really care about the skeletal tail. I don't care about giving that up. That's not worth a lot of money. I don't think the Nautilus fossil is worth that much either. Wow, that was like instant. I mean, I did say causes bite even faster, and I had to tackle when I landed in the bubbles, so I figured it'd be quick, but that wasn't like half a second. That was crazy. So you'd think with like getting the like advanced iridium rod with the final fishing upgrade, like, oh yeah, having the double tackles would be insane. And like to some degree it is, it's just not the be all end all. Like to me it doesn't make a sizable difference. The statue for both mining and for just general like goddess blessings, those make a substantial difference. You'll see what I mean when you see what some of those blessings can give you. Because you can get things like the mining one, like, oh, I'll only spoil one, but like, oh, like the bombs you put down don't damage you. So now you don't have to get out of the way of the bombs anymore. So you can just go absolutely crazy with them. Here's the bait, so let's switch that. There went the bubble, sadly. I'm gonna go ahead and just eat that. Well, square a bit different trout, I can catch them all the same. That's nice, I was trying to eat this thing. There we go. Got a tiny bit of space, which will almost inevitably get ruined by a treasure chest, but that's okay. Like, could you imagine trying to do this without a backpack, though? Like, how miserable this would be? Like, you'd be able to store anything at all. Just the minute that you started fishing, like, well, I'm out of space already. And sure, like, I could have been a tiny bit more prepared. I could have taken the first four slots out of, like, the axe, the pickaxe, the hoe. I could have removed those, sure. But, like, with all the stuff I've thrown away, you really think I would have just not had full inventory with only... Yeah, there's just no way. So let's see, 9 and 2 is 11. I don't remember how many of these you have to catch to get all the prizes, but I feel like we're doing okay, considering we got here way later than we were supposed to. And I'm aware the baits and also the bubbles have quite a bit of a hand in that, but still. The ancient seed's basically not worth squat, so I'll likely give that up next. It's good for getting ancient seeds recipe, but you can't use that ancient seed to get more ancient, like the ancient seeds that are plantable. For that one, once you get the reward from it, then you can put that into the seed maker and get more, because that's one of those. It takes a month to produce, but once it produces, it'll continue to produce every 7 days. So eventually, yeah, you could just make a full greenhouse. There we go. I was thinking garden, and then I was thinking cemetery, which is very wrong. But yeah, you could just make a full greenhouse of those, and then switch the item it gives you into wine and just try to go 8 with that. Okay, there's number 12. I'll probably stop at like about 12:30 in game. I think that'll be a good point in which I will cease and desist. Or maybe I'll just stop at midnight, or whenever I run out of energy, because I'm going to get one more cast after this. It's getting late, it is getting late, but I do believe we have enough time to get this at least. And again, even if it's not a squid, like, we're getting experience, we're making money off of this. The big problem we're going to have is what in the heck are we going to give up for all the different inventory pieces that we've got. That I'm okay with giving up. I'm okay with giving up the row, personally. I'm just figuring out things to drop at this point to make sure I've got the space for everything. Alright, let's see what we can get here. Oh, 8 was how many we needed? Yeah, we got way more than 8, my dude. Coffee, okay, thankfully, that's easy enough. The Art of Crabbing. Crab pots have a 25% chance to yield double. That's okay, I guess. Winter Seeds, you know what these are. Dish of the Sea, you know what that is. A Pearl, a rare treasure from the sea. This is a selling item. Squid Kid, piece of furniture, and deluxe bait. Well, we didn't have to throw everything away that we did, but that's alright. So there is our new power, the Art of Crabbing. You can see, though, like, even with all that, there's still quite a few things that we're missing. I was hoping I could sell them to you, but that's okay. We'll still be selling them regardless, because that's the nice thing. You don't have to trade them in. Well, if it isn't the town's #1 ice fisher, that was truly an impressive performance. I never stand a chance, but I always participate just to be sporting. Well, good on you, man. If I had something to... You know what? Actually, I do have something to gift you. There you go. I know I could sell the diamond, but, you know, it was an on-the-spot call. Elliot's a nice enough guy. We don't chat with him as much as we should. He's probably not very high on my list, I would wager. He's at 5. That's not terrible. I don't think there's too many people that are, like, really low on that list, like 3 or less. Yeah, there's only 4 people that are less than that, so, yeah. And, like, Leah, I just don't talk to. The dwarf, I just never go in the sewer, so there's just, you know, opportunity-wise, I just don't see him that often. How many squid do I currently have? Because this is used in a fair few recipes. We'll do, like, that many. I guess we'll put the pearl in here for the time being. Throw the dehydrator there. I don't really need a second dehydrator right now. Maybe in the future. Right now, I really just don't need it. Also, I should have moved these to the other box, but that's okay. There's not much I can do there right now. We'll toss this in here. As for the winter seeds, I can go ahead and plant these. Go. Drop that off. I am conscious of the time, don't worry. Oh, that is a much larger picture than I thought it was. I thought it was like just 2 blocks, not like 6 or whatever it was. And there you have it, a bit more for farming. Again, these add up. Like, the goat cheese is actually worth a decent amount when it's high quality. It's almost 1,000. And then, of course, quite a few points here of interest. But that will be enough to get us to our next iridium upgrade. And I might need to do some mining, because I think I'm going to be kind of running low on iridium bars. The copper trash can is ready, which is good. So I probably will do the watering can in order to be able to go and mine more iridium. Spirits are happy, so that's kind of leaning me towards that right now. So there we go. Pretty good chunk of the way towards our first mastery skill. We've gotten quite a few high-level friendships. As you can see, let's count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not bad. And we're 2 away from another 2 on top of that with Demetrius and Marnie. So good progress on that front. Got another power, or got a few actually. The Special Charm, the Dark Talisman, the Art of Crabbing. We've gotten all of those recently. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. A little bit closer on the fishing set, and kind of just looking over general winter things. Nearly done with minerals. A little bit of progress on the artifacts with the ornamental fan. It's looking pretty good. We're making some good progress. In the next episode, for this first day, we probably will do more of the fishing to get more points in the mastery, but also potentially might go mining instead. I don't know. We'll play that one by ear. This is my last video for the time being. I'm going to take a break depending on what time it is, because it's very early in the morning right now. But we'll see. I might do one more. We'll see. Until then, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.